All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Legacy SMP. This is episode 15. We got a fighter jet flying up overhead over there. Things are looking good. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for all of your amazing support on this series so far. We have a very fun episode planned, kind of like what I'm going to sort of be referring to as more of a show and tell episode. I have done so much stuff sort of off camera this past week, as well as the past couple weeks, and there's definitely some things that I just want to show you guys. They were things that took me a long time to build that I really just wanted to like mess with and focus on sort of off camera, but I want to show you guys those things today. But instead of just like showing you guys stuff the whole entire episode, I actually do have something that I want to build, and we're building sort of a Tron city here. And I don't know how many of you guys out there, let me know down in the comment section below right now, but how many of you guys, when I reference Tron, how many of you guys have ever seen Tron? There was an original movie that came out in 1982, and then Tron Legacy, which was a sequel to that, came out in 2010. So I should just say real fast also that Tron is a Disney property, so it's owned by Disney. And in 2012, Disney released an animated series as well called Tron Uprising on Disney XD, and it only ran for one season. But I'm just curious as to how many of you guys are familiar with the world and the universe of Tron, because I am building this whole thing, and I really want to make this whole place look very Tron inspired. So I just want to know like how many of you guys have ever seen it before. If you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend it. If you have Disney Plus, you can watch both Tron, the original movie, Tron Legacy, and the whole animated series of Tron Uprising on Disney Plus. This is not an ad. I'm just literally like, that's how I've watched it. So I'm just sharing that knowledge because now that Disney Plus is out, like those of us that have it have access to a ton of content that maybe we haven't seen before. So I saw all this stuff a couple months back and I got really inspired, and I've been having so much fun trying to, in my head, come up with some cool ideas for my base here on the Legacy server. But I just want to know as well how many of you guys have seen it. So today I am going to be building a building. I want to put like more towers. Like this is totally not finished here. I think we're going to probably put an aircraft control tower up there, but I want to put some buildings around. I want this place to start feeling like a city. I've been working on this base for a few weeks now, and obviously this giant hangar with the amazing Tron looking floor took me a really long time, but I'm also kind of feeling a little bit bummed that like the rest of the landscape here hasn't changed a whole lot. So I want to introduce a big building, which I'm thinking about putting actually right here, and sort of I want to start making this place look more like a city. I want to start having some city streets, which I sort of started designing here. We're gonna flesh that out a little bit more, but I want to have this place feel dark. I want it to feel like the world of Tron, or Tron Legacy specifically. The original Tron is pretty old, but I'm sort of going for more of like the Tron Legacy / Tron Uprising vibe with this build. So anyways, let's jump into this, and hopefully this tower turns out pretty awesome. right, guys, so here's the finished build. Well, sort of finished. I might do a little bit more detailing on the side. I actually just want to mention as well that I did some tweaking to the shader pack that I'm using. I really tried to make some of the lights look a lot more white. In underground areas or in the shade, all the light in this shader pack I think it looks awesome for like a medieval style builds and stuff because it has a really yellow look to it. But for a sci-fi cyberpunk style, I feel like having more white lights is better, especially since I'm going for like the Tron Legacy vibe where I want things to be more white, blue, and black. And we're gonna be throwing some orange in there as well. Obviously, we're gonna be using tons and tons of honey blocks. But this build, so I can't take like full credit for this because I was working off of an image that I found on Tron Uprising. There's an episode that I was watching of Tron Uprising, and I'll put an image on the screen right now, and I'll kind of show you guys, you know, in that image, the building in the background that I was sort of modeling this after. And I think I did a pretty darn good job. I tried to add a little bit more, you know, depth and detail to the build on the sides. I think I might do a little bit with like these blue strips. I might actually put some like blue glass here and actually put some sea lanterns behind that to actually make these light up. But I think the back looks really, really awesome, as you can see here. I think I did a pretty darn good job with the back side of it. So you guys will have to let me know. Let's go over this mountain here and you guys can kind of take a look of the back side. I think it looks really cool and futuristic. I probably won't actually keep the beacon inside of there, but I think it looks awesome. This is sort of the beginning of our city here. And anyways, while I was building this, you guys, I was visited by Mythical Sausage and he and I kind of hung out for a few. So let me show you guys that clip now. Sir Sausage of the industrial Mythland. Welcome.
That's me. That's exactly me. Hi, Jim.
I nailed it.
You got it. Well, first try.
Yes. So welcome. I know you're stopping by today for another reason. You had requested, you said, hey, I haven't seen the Tron room yet. So I said, all right, you want to see it? And you're like, yeah. So here we go.
I need to see this Tron room. Hold on. I'm ready. I'm going in.
You've seen Tron Legacy, right?
Oh, I love that movie. I've seen it 75,000 times.
It's so good.
Oh, look at the fog effect.
Right?
Oh my God, this looks so good in shade. It's so good.
Would you like to know some stats?
Oh yeah, give me your statistics. Go ahead, ring it off. Go.
Well, it's over 23,000 pieces of light blue glass. In terms of black concrete, it's something like, I think it was over 13,000 pieces of black concrete.
Is there that many blocks in the game? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
So,
oh, I love it.
I don't know. I think it looks really sick. I still have to decide what I want to put in here, but I was thinking about having some light cycles like run around here. But also kind of secretly, I don't know. I kind of want to pitch this idea to Flip and Nash because they were talking about doing like a laser tag in the cyberpunk district. And I feel like this would be the perfect area to put set up a game.
Oh, this is the perfect spot. Yeah, we could do laser tag maybe with like bows or something. You just gotta hit each other in the face with it.
Yeah, like crossbows or something.
Yeah, crossbows are probably pretty cool because you can have that slow reload time to get a little harder.
Because I was thinking, like, you know, Tron is like, they got all those games, like, you know, the Disc Wars and the Light Cycle battles, and like, it's all about like you're inside the world of a video game, so it'd be like really cool to do. I don't know. I was just kind of thinking about that the other day.
That'd be pretty cool. Maybe you have like a little scoring system somewhere, like
in a gallery for viewing. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, have like a little seating area here people can view, or like on the ceiling, maybe like you look down at the little viewing deck. Or something. Oh, I'll be down for that. Oh, I want to fight. I want to shoot people. I'm good at shooting people. It's beautiful.
So we'll see. I have to decide because this thing was like so much work and effort to do. Like there's just so many blocks. So it's like whatever I turn it into, I want it to be like worth it. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's already worth it. You got a million blocks right in it. Look at that little fog effect. It goes down so deep.
It does. My friend saw this episode the other day and he's like, dude, you should just put like one desk at the very end. It's like, that's all that should be in there.
This will be your office. Yeah, you right? Can do that for now. Just have a long walk to the desk.
Like, sir, I'd like to request vacation time off.
What are you saying over there?
You have to use like a telephone to call me all the way down.
Yeah, you have like an intercom and everything, you know?
All right, guys. Wow, look at that area behind us. It's looking better. It's looking better. This is just a start, but I don't know. I'm getting excited about that building back there. I'm really proud of how it turned out. Okay, so now this is the part of the video where I sort of referenced at the beginning where we're going to be playing some show and tell. Behind me right here, you guys see some sort of crazy looking contraption that really... It works, it's functional, it's just, there's no nice looking structure around it. But I am so proud of this. I kind of referenced this in a few episodes back, but guys, this is my blue farm. No, not really. Well, yeah, it is. But I called it Chim's Crude AF Cornflower Farm. Now, it's really not all that crude. It actually works pretty freaking well, but I am so proud of this because you guys, if you've watched me for a while, you know I'm not a big redstone guy. I'm actually learning more about redstone now that I've come back to Minecraft, but I'm starting to learn more things about it, and I'm trying to incorporate it into more of my builds because I think it's really useful and functional, and you can do some really cool things with it. It's not like a revelation to anybody. Everybody knows this. It's just I've sort of embraced that aspect of Minecraft a bit more now. So what I did was I found I can't remember who it is. If I find it, I'll link it down below. But I found just like a generic flower farm, you know, design, right? It's pretty standard. And you can make this as big as you want, but you have pistons that move the grass back and forth, and there's a gap over here, and there's a dispenser down below that is dispensing bone meal, and it creates flowers. Then I decided, oh, I want to make this thing a little bit more automatic. So I rigged up a observer facing another observer, and then I rigged up some wiring on the backside. It goes all the way down, and I can turn the whole system on and off from a switch that is down here. So this is the system on-off switch. And then I also have a minecart with a hopper that'll run up there that collects all the goodies. And I actually watched a tutorial for this unloading system right here from a guy on our server named Abomance. If you guys haven't checked out his stuff, he makes awesome farms and videos and tutorials, and he does a lot of really cool Minecraft content. He had this video where he showed off how to do this unloading system where the automatic or this powered rail would turn off when your minecart is full, and it'll automatically unload everything into the hopper. So this is super cool. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm farming for cornflower. And the reason for that was because obviously I needed all that light blue dye for the Tron room for the glass. I needed to dye a ton of glass. So I built this little farm, and I kind of designed the whole rest of it myself. This is honestly, I feel like I can honestly say that this redstone build right here is kind of like the first time I've ever sort of done something from scratch. I know that 2 points of this build, like the initial part and this unloading system here, I sort of learned from videos from other people, but literally the rest of this I designed myself, like wiring all this stuff up, making sure the wiring goes down so that it can connect to the levers down there and that the system runs. I even did this part myself. I don't know, I'm just really proud of this. We even have a little water column here that delivers the bone meal. So anyways, I'm so excited. This is how it works. So let me make sure that there's bone meal in the system first, because I think I had it running actually earlier, but we should have some over here. Okay, cool. You gotta have bone meal in the dispenser. And if you guys want me to do a tutorial on this, I can definitely do a tutorial. It's not the most efficient flower farm out there, but there are some tricks. You can't just place this anywhere, especially if you're trying to farm for a specific flower. But I found a spot that does spawn cornflowers. So basically the way this works is I'm going to turn this on, and then I'm going to turn the cart on. It's gonna get really loud, but I'll go up here and I'll show you guys how this works. So I've got it timed on a delay so that this pulse that goes makes sure that there's enough of a time so that there can be bone meal planted and it doesn't just operate so fast that it doesn't work. But anyway, so basically what this is doing is it's planting bone meal and then it's just breaking it. And then what we're left with here are a bunch of seeds, a bunch of cornflower, which I'm actually looking for. We also have the oxide daisies, the azure bluettes, so we can get the light gray dye from that as well, and the poppies and the dandelions. However, I have it filtered so that the only item that we're actually collecting right now is the cornflowers. And I've got a couple coming in here. The hopper should be fully loaded up, or it should be, yeah, it's dumping stuff out right now. And sometimes I just leave this running and then I go fly away and do my own thing. Now, in terms of because there's an item in the middle here, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna turn this off because you guys, I'm having a hard time speaking over this. Because there's a dispenser in the middle, the minecart track, it's not perfect. There's one corner over there that I can't really, so there's a corner over here that I couldn't get. Anyways, this is collecting all the items up top and it's gonna go deliver them in the hopper over there. Now, like I said, I have things filtered out so that when things get dumped into this chest here from the minecart, it's gonna go down these hoppers, and it's gonna go down this filter system, and then right here, I am filtering out for cornflowers. Everything else, they all get pumped into the composter here, which then makes, as you can see here, it's making bone meal, and when that bone meal is ready, which right now, then it gets, you guys probably saw that there, it gets pushed up this water column and recycled essentially into this barrel over here. So the farm sort of like, you're gonna lose out on some bone meal, but it's still pretty efficient because you actually get some back, and I can just dump these in here. And if I ever wanted to keep the poppy or the dandelions or the oxide daisies or whatever, I could just switch up the filter here so that it you know, would filter out and keep those flowers that I want and not just keep the cornflowers or whatever. So this farm I'm super proud of. Like I said, if you guys want to do or if you want me to do a tutorial on it, I totally can. It's not the most efficient, like, you know, lossless free farm out there, but I think it's pretty awesome. I decorated it in all blue. I've got some ice and blue glass and stuff. And I kind of want to do some more with this and make like a cyberpunk little building around this so that it looks a little bit cooler. But anyways, let's jump over to the next farm that I want to show you guys that I've built, you know, in between episodes. All right, so the next one here, this is the next farm I want to show you guys, and I'll try and keep this quick. So this design is a squid farm. The design comes from Logical Geek Boy, who's also on this server. I will link the video that I watched that he made so you guys can build one of these in your worlds. I'll link that down below in the description. But basically, you guys know I need a ton of black dye. So this is a squid farm, and this thing is awesome. So I'm gonna show you guys a quick little clip of how this works. Basically, I just go and stand up here, and I can just AFK here because this is a spot that I found out that actually spawns squid really well. If you wanna learn exactly how this thing works, go watch Logical's tutorial. It's amazing, but I'll show you guys sort of like right here, all the squids kind of pouring through in the nether because that's where it all gets collected. And this thing is pretty freaking efficient. As you can see here, I've got a bunch of ink sacks in there, and I thought I had some down there. Oh, they're down here. Yeah, I still got plenty of ink. I haven't AFK'd in like over a week, and you know, I had plenty of dye to build the tower that we just built. And look, it's really close to my portal over there, which is even better. So, woo! All right, so last but not least is this giant thing back here. You may have seen this in the time lapse earlier in the video. You may be asking yourself, what the heck is all this? Chimp, you said you don't do redstone. I don't. I follow tutorials. I'm good at that. But this took forever. The amount of redstone and stuff that I used on this is just bonkers. It's ridiculous. So this is the backside of my automatic storage system. This design comes from Tango Tech. I looked at a ton of different people's videos on storage systems. There's so many ways and things you can do. I knew that I wanted to do an automatic storage system. Yeah, look at all this. Look at all this hop. Look, think about how much iron I spent. This is survival, you guys. Look at this, is crazy. Oh, and there's 96 chests. I mean, they're doubled up, but yeah, it's crazy. Let's go inside. Let me show you guys inside. Okay, so to get into it, you're gonna actually, you step into the Tron room here. And then for right now, this is the only entrance I have to it, but this is the storage room. So before we walk in, because there's a little cool thing that I want you guys to see. I just want to say, like I said, that I tried to find I searched high and low, watched a bunch of different tutorials. Ultimately, I decided on, and I would recommend you guys doing this too if you're ever gonna build an automatic storage system in your world. Find one out there that is what you're looking for. I knew that I needed a lot of space, but I also didn't want to just have like one chest dedicated to just one item. And so this video that I saw from Tango Tech that showed how to do this whole tutorial, he basically said that, you could have a multi-item storage system. You just have to basically have every spot in the chest filled. So I'll kind of show you guys how that works. But what I did was I designed it in my own style here. And we got this black Tron room here. So I know that I said I was gonna put the storage system in here, and I thought about it. And I did so much testing in creative because I have one of these. I built one of these, not the exact same scale, but I built one pretty big in a creative world. The thought of having like chests on the floor of the glass and hoppers and stuff, and then putting like a dividing wall to have all the redstone junk behind it. I don't know, it just didn't sound perfect for this room. So I don't know, maybe we'll turn this into a game or something in here for the whole server. I don't know, I'm not sure yet. But anyways, let me show this to you guys, and I'll show you guys what the floor does because it's pretty cool. Watch this. So if Tron were to have like a storage room, it would self-light itself, right? Like, yeah, that's pretty cool. You even got the little Tron logo up here in the glass. Oh yeah. So, and a T right here. I mean, how cool is this, you guys? This is my storage room. Check out the white contrast against the black back there. I think it's perfect. I love this. If you guys like this storage room, let me know down below. I think it looks pretty sick. Obviously, I still need to decorate the outside of it because it looks really crazy looking with all the redstone. I'm gonna do like some build behind there that's gonna make it look really cool, hopefully. But this is the storage system, okay? But the way that works basically is we've got an input chest here so I can come back from an adventure, dump all my items in here, and as long as all of the chests have an item in them, then, like here, like sand. No other item can get in here except for sand because I have a block of sand in each spot. Now, if I wanted to do like a multi-item chest, and I haven't fleshed this one out yet because I'd need to put like oak saplings or something all the way throughout here. But once I decide exactly I'm still setting this up, but once I decide exactly what I want in here, essentially I could just dump stuff in here and it should go exactly where it's supposed to go. And it's customizable because I don't have to move items around inside of a hopper like I would, down on the flower farm or whatever, where I was filtering out just one item. But like, I didn't want to do that same style on a huge, massive scale. So if I do need to move some things around, if I've got like, let's say suddenly I have a ton of orange wool that I need, well, I can just move these blocks down and make space for a bunch of orange wool. And then if I put orange wool in the system, it'll know where to go, as long as all the chests before that are filled. So the way that it goes is it goes into this chest and it goes up, and then it'll come down this chest, this chest, this chest, this chest, this chest. And if these are all full, it won't go in them. So it's going to check. It's going to go down, 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 down. And I think then it goes back up, or maybe it goes over and then it works up. I'm not exactly sure, but I know it works from, like, in the video, Tango Tech sort of described them as modules. So like each row of double chests here is one module, and then it goes, if it can't find its home here, it goes to the next one. If it can't find its home here, it goes to the next one. Can't find its home here, it goes to this one, and so on and so forth. And look how many chests I have. It's insane. And then if there's an item that I put in the system, lights are closing up. If it still doesn't have a home in the system, then it comes into this outflow or output and overflow chest over here, which hopefully never gets full, because hopefully there's, a home for everything. And I'm still obviously setting all of this stuff up. But there's also little sort of midline input chests here. So if I know that I'm putting an item in that is like wood or something, and that module is right here, then I don't have to put it in over here if I don't want to. I can actually just dump it in right here. It'll dump into the system there, and it'll immediately go right here rather than sifting through all these first. So it's kind of a fun little way to speed it up. In terms of functionality though, for the rest of this place is fully mob proof again. I did try and keep some lighting, skylighting, some end rods and different things. We still have the fogged floor here. So we've got a few layers of light blue glass. I told you guys I didn't want to do it again, but I did it because it just had to happen. Like, it just was way too cool. Then I've got some sea lanterns back here. And so this was a little design that I kind of did. I knew that I needed to have some functionality in the storage room as well for crafting and things. So I have a crafting table, I've got an anvil, and I've got a furnace at each of these midline input stations here as well. And I think this place looks super futuristic. Now, the idea with the lights on the bottom there is I have a hopper timer that is all the way down here. This is sort of like my little service entrance. And I don't know, it's time for just like a couple minutes. So my thought process was that, hey, if I'm playing and, I don't need these lights on all the time, basically I can just have them on for like, I don't know, 2.5 minutes or something, and then they'll automatically turn off. And then the next time I come in, it'll give me this really cool, like, epic entrance where the lights and the pistons like, go, and it just makes me feel like I'm super cool. So anyways, if you guys want to learn so I might do a tutorial on this because I kind of sort of figured this one out on my own, but I was trying to figure out a way to send a redstone signal straight down in a 1x1 block area. It's pretty simple, but basically you just put a piston right below your pressure plate and have that hitting an observer, which is going to send a pulse, and you have an observer and then a piston right below that. And that's going to fire that piston. We're going to have another observer. Then that's going to fire off that observer. Then we have another piston, which the observer is going to fire, and so on and so forth until you have below the observer, you have a piece of redstone, which then goes into the clock here. Then that outputs into all of the observers and pistons that are controlling the redstone lamps down there. So it's pretty freaking cool. I spent a lot of time designing this and figuring this out in creative, but I'm really proud of how it turned out. It looks really cool here at nighttime as well. Leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed this. Real quick before we go though, guys, the Wandering Trader event that is happening on the server is wrapping up soon, where, we're all hunting the Wandering Trader. I need to go turn my heads in. So I'm gonna go grab those from my medieval base, because I've been keeping the new heads that I've collected in a separate spot from like the old heads, because those ones don't count. So I'm gonna go grab those now, and we're gonna put them on the monument, and we're gonna see how many points we have compared to everybody else. Look at this place, you guys. This looks so sick. Oh, honestly, I haven't seen this much at night. This looks way better. Here, I'll show you guys too what the Silder's shader pack looked like before I tweaked it. So this is kind of like what it looked like before I tweaked it. And it's way too yellowy for me. So if I switch it back, this is like my adjusted version. And I think this looks way cooler for the vibe that I'm going for in here. Oh, I'm so freaking excited, you guys. Woo! What a cool storage room. I've never had something like this. This is amazing. All right, it is good to be back in the medieval district. Here is the hunting lodge. You guys remember we signed up here. Oh, look, there's a Wandering Trader head up there. Everybody's, okay, the names aren't in there anymore. Anyways, I've got my heads with me right here. There's a monument that has been built back here. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of points here. So, geesh, yeah, I don't think we're gonna be in first place. All right, well, I do wanna add my heads to this. So, okay, oh, let me find my name. Hold on, I gotta find my name. Where's my name? Here we go, here's my name. Okay, how does this work? So we put the heads, we stack the heads up this way, and then the llama heads go up on this side. All right, so this is logic. Wow, logic has 21.5 points. So some of the guys made automatic, well, AFK Wandering Trader head farms, which is insane. I didn't feel like doing that because I didn't really know how to do that. But we have 5 wandering trader heads. 5 of those, and then we have 2 of the creamy llama traders and 2 of the white llama traders. So I don't feel so bad. I mean, we're the second person here to put our, our tally here up on the little board, which I think is pretty cool. So this would be each llama has a half a point. And each one of these is 1 point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6 and 7. So I have 7 points. All right. Well, I don't know. I feel like that's more than some. I hope. There's been some weirdness happening. I know Sausage and Germsy tried to get clever, and Germsy put on a Wandering Trader skin, and then he got killed a bunch of times by Sausage. They're going to try and claim that the heads are legit, but they're basically just player heads that are skinned like Wandering Trader heads. So I don't know how that's going to work and who's going to rule on that, but I hope that I'm not in last place. That's all I have to say, because I feel pretty good that I at least got 5 Wandering Trader kills, and we have a total of 7 points. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Legacy SMP. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button down below. Guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. There are still so many of you that watch that are not subscribed. Please, please, please subscribe and click that bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Lots more content coming from me, from just general Minecraft stuff, Minecraft Dungeons content, stuff here on the Legacy server. So subscribe and don't miss out on all of that, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.